Well, I'm going to try again. I just made like a 20-minute video, 25 minutes, and when I got to the part that matters, it just is too tangled and difficult. So, I'll start again, and this time I'm going to start from the hard part. I'm going to talk about what's really happening, what's really going on, what's hard. And then we'll get to the blue, the garbage, and the crap. Alright. There are some people, let's do it this way. I started Free the People of Planet Earth in a kind of a middle breakdown place where I didn't give a damn if I lived or died. I had no real ambition or intent with the page other than to just, I've said it all before, and there's a reason I'm saying this. My intent was to find a perhaps voice that could affect through social media the well-being of others, and I found that it was possible. I found, my cause when I started the page, tears streaming down my eyes one night in a drunken rage, screaming at an American flag flying down the street from where I live, in the middle of the night, like a raging alcoholic, just pissed, and tears streaming down my face, saying, from that to making a difference. So, what do I have to gain? Not a damn thing. What have I done? I've done very well at keeping, I believe, my selfish ego, pride, those poisonous things out of the picture, and in doing so I've seen results that are well outside of my own ambition. I've had opportunities that have arisen. Those who've been with me from the beginning know exactly what I'm talking about. Those who've been halfway through know what I'm talking about, and those who are coming at the end, stick around. You hang on. This page is amazing. What it is on its own accord. I've made connections with varieties of people. Some are some of the most beautiful people you will ever meet. They are the most poetic, the most helpful, the most giving, self-sacrificing people, the type of people that you don't get to see every day. And I've met some real bad people. When you are against a new world order, when you're against this association of the word Islamic terrorism repeated 100 times on the news, Islamic terrorism, so that in the United States and Europe and elsewhere, all that is associated is the word Islam and terror in a fear culture that drives us to never even open our hearts up to the truth that we are all people, that I can have conversations with somebody in Palestine and see the beauty of love and life, and it's unbelievable. You see, there's no difference. I think where we can get it's communication. Anyway, I don't want to get lost on a tangent. But you see, in meeting these people, I've also found some real scary people. And I've got to start there. Folks, there's a reason I started this. There's a reason why I started getting tangled into a bunch of BS dramas. These people began to get attacked in various ways. Aisha's page getting shut down over and over and over. This is somebody, you've all seen it. It's not like I'm putting something out there. You've all seen her page keeps getting shut down. People are reporting it. is false links and things. Well, guess who's doing this? Alright.
I posted this.
So this is somebody who's trying to take care of children to the point of constant exhaustion. To, refuses to take, accords, reward, things like this. This is the people that are truly giving and are being assaulted. When a group of people actually threaten her with not just computers, but then go to the point where they're willing to vandalize. I'm starting with this message for a reason, because once I get through this, then I'll deal with the bullshit. But for now, I'm going to say this very clearly. With the blessing of Aisha. She has asked me to simply speak from my heart. She's asked me, David, and I told her, I said, I've been frozen, almost afraid to move. And she knows that, David, you only speak from your heart and from truth. That's all I've done. And we'll get to the BS. And she said, trust, we can trust that. As scary as this is, I think it has to happen. I'm going to say this. I'm going to use one name. One. Because it's a fake name. It was a profile that was created to direct a particular threat at Aisha and then disappeared. We're going to use that name as Amir. Now, if that's associated with, if you know somebody named Amir, do not, I'm telling you, this is a fake name. It was a profile that disappeared. I'm not even going to try to track it down. I'm going to use it as a symbol. Because Amir is not alone. And Amir is connected to some really dangerous people. And dangerous thug punks. People who have made a lot of self-gain and have become very, very dangerous. What I'm saying is this. I will expose every name, the entire list. There's a reason I'm using your fake one. The other two fake. There's a reason I'm not mentioning others. I'm pulling my phone up. All the rest. Because I'm giving you one chance. Not as a threat. I'm not coming at you to back off. I said it in my last video, back off. I'm saying it again, back off. Move along. You see, there's people that I have spoken to that live houses away. There's people I know who have gotten in touch with me and said, I live on the corner. And they have given me a variety of your names. And exactly who. I promise you, I will make a video and I will say those names. I don't promise things I don't live up to, and anybody along this path who's been with me through the whole thing has seen I don't break a promise. I will give every name, and I will call for a swift action. I'm a peaceful man. I believe in passive things. I really am. I don't like fighting. I've never been people to show love, tolerance, and peace if I'm not willing to put that out? So I'm asking for a true recognition of the damage you are doing. Do what you need to do. Do your thing. Get off the trail. Because I promise, all the way up to the top, names will fall to the very top. I'm leaving the top name out. Again, did in my last video too. There's a reason. Don't hurt the good people. That's all. I don't care who comes after me. I don't fucking care. Excuse my language. You know, there's people that are like, we want you to be safe. I'm saying that's not my motive here. You know, I see what's coming at me. I see a lot. Believe me, folks, this is quite serious. I've been in no way flippant with people, and I've appreciated insight, perspective. It's helped to give this direction. I have no motive other than to expose truth or what have you. Okay, for the serious thing, please just drop out, man, with you know, these are, we know the scoop, man. Please leave them alone. Find another way. Quickly. Okay. There are some things on the tip of my tongue that I want to say, but it is not a passive thing. So I'll stop. Okay. Now, let's deal with the distraction bullshit. Where I've been, folks, for about 3 days I was out, man. Some of you know. Wow. I'm well. I'm in the middle of a video, actually, and I would like to speak with you, perhaps, afterward. Yeah, maybe in about 20 minutes or so, we can speak. Inshallah. Sorry. So, that's, on the ground. That's Gaza right there. Anyway, good people. Somebody that, has never been named. Anyway, so, timing is everything. Folks, let's talk about the crack, and that is, you know, my computer was hacked again. Somebody in Belgium was really infiltrated. I mean, Microsoft Word document, something whack, you know, and I had the blessing of finding somebody who could clean that out, but in doing so, they uploaded Windows 10, and my particular computer has variety of battles and issues with that, and went on the complete skits fritz. And when it did go on I didn't properly handle it, and I ended up absolutely erasing and destroying my entire hard drive, and that is no joke. I do believe that things happen for a reason, and people have said that I've been given evidence, folks, or that I have, evidence. I have done no digging, okay? I've done no digging. I don't find the reason or purpose of that. I watch. Things have been provided to me. That's the facts. So any evidence that I might have come across on my own is not there. Everything that, you know, might be seen as that's in the hands of the people who have given it to me in the first place. So, good thing, bad thing. That's a true story. It is very true. So that had been a distraction for a couple of days. Unwanted, but appreciated, and I think blessed. Who knows what types of things may have been avoided by having only my phone to communicate for a little while. So there was, I'm a little sad. I've lost a few things in the hard drive, but oh well. Nothing. So, enough of all that. Let's get to this rat's nest. You see, I'm trying to get all this crack out of the way so that we can get back to a page that is really about, what we're fighting for. The association of the word Islamic terrorism. We're fighting against Zionism, New World Order. Let's get back to the things that matter. Let's get back to uncovering the fact that this whole nasty, horrible situation, occurred, and is occurring right in front of our eyes as everybody's terror and fear is on peak. These are the things we need to get back to addressing it. And ultimately, as I've said, please understand my message from the beginning. I believe in a passive resistance path to peace through Palestine. I believe in it with all my heart. I think the best way to expose the New World Order Zion, as I call it, is right where it's its weakest, and show the true wolf that it is under that sheep's clothing. And that would be in a passive voice to call out for peace. There's a reason I keep repeating that. I want that out there. If I go down, man, at least maybe that'll get out and people will hear, hey, this guy was trying to help Palestine, and, maybe that'll get out there, because I do believe in the attempts at peace. I do believe in the people who have stepped forward on both sides. The two-state solutions, all these things. There's been so many people who've come up and tried to create peace and a lasting peace, and I believe it's possible. First, we got to recognize just how wicked our enemy has become, and I think the way we do that is through a passive resistance, a moment of peace, where a unified voice in Palestine says we will no longer strike. We will, from here forward, we will do nothing in response. We are a people of Islam, and I don't know all the tenets by any means of Islam. There was this hotel that was shot, and if you couldn't state the Quran, all I would have been able to say to that guy is, thou shalt not kill. Isn't that in there, I think? I hope. Thou shalt not kill. I think that's in the Quran and the Torah and in the Christian Bible. I don't know for sure, but don't shoot. Anyway, I do know that none of that has to do with Islam. So, it has everything to do with Zionism, this murder and the killing. So, anyway, let's deal with this crap real quick. I'm sick of it. I've done my part to expose everything that was given to me. I've had no agenda other than to tell people, hey, the gig is up. I've seen from behavior, I've seen from attitudes, and I've seen nothing but exactly what has been portrayed. Everything that was brought to my attention from the very beginning, I stand by every bit of it. That's all I'm going to say. Every damn bit of it, okay? Like I say, I've discovered along the way that the bank hack apparently didn't happen. I think it was a bank error that happened 11 days after I donated a substantial amount to Aisha for her orphanage, where she has taken care of the kids. And from that, 11 days later, I get some overdraft withdrawal of that amount. So, I mean, it was huge. I was like, whoa, that's not right. And they corrected it, but they couldn't explain it. At least the teller, she just kind of stood there going, I have no idea. And there was nothing to tell us. So, I don't know. I've kind of moved on. And for good reason, but there have also been other things discovered that I was incorrect about in the beginning, that I was stating as these are what have been allegations. If anyone recalls, I was quite broad. I was extremely direct, but at the same time, I was like, these are the allegations. So, this two people that I thought were one, turned out to be anything but. And I've given every person, I promise you from the bottom of my heart, the complete benefit of the doubt, the total benefit of the doubt, and allowing people to simply reveal their own character, their own ambition, their own, what motivates them. And I will say it this way, it has become disturbing. I'm absolutely open to communication with people who are capable of being rational, and I've spoken with a number of you. And then there's those who are not capable of this, and I'm not willing to. I'm not going to get on the phone with somebody who's going to just sit there and freak out. Weird. I'm serious. It's disturbing is the right word. It's like, for real, there comes that point where a person who is unable to explain simple questions and instead just back off entirely, disappear entirely, or say we just won't want to deal with this, or turn the whole thing into an attack against people who really aren't there, have never really had any vendetta against them, have had no agenda. Remember, there's people who have, I was open to the idea, perhaps mistakenly, a lack of communication or something, were suspicious of some things, behaviors, and then the, results of those suspicions were just incredible assaults on people's character, on their lives, on just this and this and this. Well, I watched that, and but I wasn't willing to give any side any credit. I'm not the one who's gonna be able to sit here and say you have done, and this is, because all people have explanations that can last for days, and in the end, the truth is meant to speak for itself. And people who aren't willing to come to the, even discuss, well, this is the reality. Again, I think I mentioned, at least it was in the last video, I mentioned, the accusations of embezzlement in particular. I was given a whole bunch of information essentially justifying those. I didn't read all of it. It was just, like 10 emails or something loaded with stuff, and I didn't have time to ever get to it. It's still in my email. I lost the hard drive, but I didn't lose those. I can eventually get to all of them, but what I did see was enough. It was like, well, okay, here's your side of the story. Apparently the courts didn't agree, and apparently some people do agree. That's valid. Boom. And I've tried to respect the wishes of people who've asked for certain delays, relatively speaking, to the degree that, things would fizzle up, and I'd say, no, and that. But the thing is I've watched the displays of character, I've watched the types of things occur that have been suggested and reported from all along. Those speak loudly, and gross behaviors, I'm not trying to be insulting, that's the description that it would be, immature, panicky. I believe if when you corner the devil, he turns. Have you ever caught a liar behind the bench? They get extremely nervous. They get really, on the attack and in distraction. Things that have obviously been hashed out, they'll bring that up, and trying not to. Well, wait, but you're totally trying to pull bullshit, and I don't care. I've done what I'm going to do, and I hope from here as all I want to do. We'll see as time goes. But I'm done with it. I'm back to what matters on my page here. So, good luck to the involved. I do open the door for anyone who wants to have the forum on the page where nobody's blocked. I still am being told that people are blocked, and they're not. They never have been. In fact, it's strange. They'll say I'm blocked in a communication with me. Why am I blocked? We're talking. If you were blocked, we wouldn't be talking. I don't get. And those are the things, though, that show me. It's like, man, you're not trying to talk about sense and reason and truth. You're simply just a cat in a bag caught in the corner. You know, it's just what it's become, and it's shameful to see. So anyway, good luck to all that. And folks, I've done what I'm going to do, hopefully, with that whole matter. I hope that has given people an idea of, you know, there's people that I have called out names on that need to be very thoroughly looked at and investigated, period. Because nothing that they have tried to say is you know, relative to the matter has been convincing in the least. And it has all been actually quite contrary. So, I'm standing with everything I've put out there, and I do it proudly. I do it proudly, with no fear, so to speak. Anyway, but to the bad guys. To the bad guys. Back off. Just stop. I don't want it to go any further. I don't want it to go any further. Let it roll. Or not.
Or not.
That's when we can get real dirty.
Oh, yeah.
My passive side only is so...
There are boundaries.
I don't know. Just back off. Before we have to go to the next step. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Amen. Thank you, brother.